help make travel arrangements, and for those who don't want to fly home tonight, we'll put you up at the Crown Plaza out at LaGuardia. And my boss lived in New York for a number of years, and he said, LaGuardia's in the middle of Queens, and we're not having hotel for you tonight, so forget that. And so we ended up just going back into Manhattan, which is how I ended up on CBS the next morning, because we had to break the police line to go get a car, take us back to Midtown, and once you broke the police line, then you get cameras and microphones, and chasing you around, wanting to interview you, and come on Today's Show. And I was actually sitting in the bar at the hotel later that night, and there were already people on E! and Larry King and all these other things. But so sort of one of the funny parts of the story is we couldn't find the car that our business partner sent for us. So a plainclothes policeman from Brooklyn, who said, just sit in my car and I'll turn the heat on and I'll find your car. What number is it? I gave him the number, and it was one of those Dodges that they use, one of those Magnum or something like that. Sat there about 5 minutes, and he stuck his head in and he said, where are you guys going anyway? Can't find your car. We told him. He said, I'll just take you. So he sticks his light up on top and flips his tires on. I mean, we're just flying through Manhattan, and I'm thinking, this is like LA Law and Order without the handcuffs. But he calls his daughter, you're never going to guess what I'm doing. So the building where our offices are up there is at 42nd and 3rd, and there's a Gap. Like in a lot of big cities, there's stores on the bottom, the buildings up top. So went to the Gap, they were closed. My boss banged on the window because we could see him milling about and held up a Red Cross blanket. They let us come in and we bought clothes and dry clothes and shoes and socks and things like that.
Turtles, they run away.
Very nice dinner, celebratory dinner with some fantastic wine.
I'm gonna go somewhere else.
Vegetables. It was good. It was the best meal I've had in a long time. But I mean, that's pretty much what happened. When I talked to Amy several times over the night, and before I went to bed, Steve and I had agreed that we were going to get up in the morning and take the Metro liner to DC, and then rent a car and drive back. Because at that point, neither one of us really wanted to think about getting back on the plane. Well, I woke up at 4 o'clock in the morning because I had flown back from New York the day before, and was absolutely bored out of my mind because I didn't have my book or my briefcase or I didn't have anything. So the CBS had found me and left me a message, so I called him back and I said, if you'll send a car for me, I'll come down and do your show. And that's how I ended up doing CBS, doing the early show. And that was done by 7.